Welcome, everyone, to the Recovery Unfiltered with Nick and Will podcast.
My name is Nick Mantosi.
And I'm Will Cashman. And before we get this episode rolling, I want to do a shout out to our listeners. Again, if you've made it to this episode, thank you very much for following along, for listening, for being a part of it, maybe disagreeing with us, maybe agreeing with us. But either way, you've stuck around and we are grateful for it.
Yes, we are.
Today, we have a very special guest with us. I don't know who it is. It's not the dog.
It's not the dog.
It is not the dog. However, his name is Hunter Carneal, and we are very grateful that you're joining us tonight.
I appreciate it.
Yes,
And I want to know, we want to know, who's Hunter Carneal?
Okay, let me clear my throat before I get into that. Okay, we're good.
About to spit bars.
Yeah, right. Mic
That's
check.
right.
So I am 29 years old. There's a lot of different levels to me. Me and Nick were just talking before we kind of got started and everything. And I am a union ironworker. I am an R&B singer, rapper also. I work for a financial firm too. Okay. So I kind of dip my hands into a couple different pots, but at the very center of everything, I'm just a God-fearing man that has a healthy understanding of what my recovery means to me, you know?
I love that.
So that's the biggest part, because none of the other aspects would really be there if it wasn't for my recovery. So, you know, I'm a son, I'm a big brother, and I'm a boyfriend, you know, I have a wonderful girlfriend, and there's just a lot of different levels to my life, you know? And I could sum it up, but we would have to take this episode for a very, very long time.
We got days.
Yeah.
No, we do not. No, we do not. We have
I have to work.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right on, dude. So you said you were in recovery.
Yeah.
How long?
So on the 15th of next month, I celebrate 5 years.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's
been a long road.
That's brilliant.
It's been a very long road. The last time I remember that toy.
I know.
They killing that toy over there. I want to be heard. I want to be heard.
This is unfiltered.
Dogs in the house. It's all good.
That's right.
Right. But yeah, so I've been clean this time for 5 years. I never really had a long period of recovery because I just kept going back out and back out. But this last time I got in trouble. I was arrested probably 11 or 12 times. None of them seemed to work until they offered me 8 years.
Whoa.
Yeah, like it was a minimum of 8 years mandatory. So
was that a pileup of all different charges?
Yeah, there was 13 felony charges that went into that.
Okay.
So over the years, I kept catching a case. I'd get in lieu of conviction. I would go off the map for a little bit. I would catch a couple more cases along the way. And then in the end of it, they indicted me on everything. And they were federal charges this time. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You're 29, dude.
A lot of years were lived
yeah.
in that time span.
Wow.
But drugs took me to a whole different place. It turned me into like an evil villain is how I like to paint it, you know? But at the very center of it, it was alcohol. I was drinking from a young age. That never really affected me. I didn't see any kind of side effects or anything like that. I mean, I could never manage it. Even when I was a kid, everybody would be hanging out, talking to girls at the party. And I'm like, man, this looks so cool. Like smoking Black and Milds. My go-to drink was Hennessy. It's still, I mean, all through my life has been Hennessy. But I was like feeling like the man. But then at some point, everything would change. And I would be on the roof, ready to jump off into a pong table.
Man.
So everybody's chilling. Hunter is on the roof right now. And he looks like he's moving this way. So that's awesome. I had a disconnect there with alcohol from a very young age, but it never really picked up to an unmanageable aspect until I started using drugs. And then I believe that was when I was like 20 or 21, and it took off. And then the amount of time, so I've been clean almost 5 years now. I'm 29, so from like 20 to 24. I got involved in organized crime. I mean, it's a heck of a story. It's a heck of a story. But
this is your microphone.
I don't even know where
you want to get into it. Or is it that deep?
I mean, it really is deep, but I don't like to talk about like a whole lot of it because
Valid.
I'm on that other side of things now.
Yeah.
And to tell you the truth, throughout the entire time, I could not stop because I had ways out. I had this, I had that. I could get some quick money. That was really where the organized crime came from. It was quick money. So a lot of quick money. The thick of what it was because I'm on that other side now. And in the rooms I've learned, you know, talking about specifics and everything, because I practice Narcotics Anonymous. That's the program that saved my life.
Yeah.
And the first time that they started talking in the meeting and they were like reading who is an addict, that was when it clicked. I'm like, okay, I'm in the right place. But I truthfully went to treatment this last time. I went through detox, residential, PHP, the whole thing 19 times before I got it. I kept going back and going back. And truthfully, I was just trying to get away. At the beginning, I was trying to like appease my family. And then I would have legal trouble and all kinds of different things. You just want to be on the camera, huh?
We have an additional guest tonight.
Yeah. You have anything to say?
Again.
Okay, no, nothing.
Interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Yeah. So, and sorry to interrupt you here, but
No, you're good.
19 times in treatment, there's something that I like to tell. Like, I'm a chemical dependency counselor, but I always tell my guys, like, it doesn't matter how many times you went. If you stayed clean this time around, this is your first time.
Yeah.
Well with it, you know?
Yeah.
I like that you brought that up.
Yeah, no.
As you were.
I completely agree with that. I've actually never heard that perspective before on the whole thing because I mean, I really didn't. I kind of just blew my mind a little bit. But I had a couple times where I would be clean for I'm lying. I would never even really be fully clean because
I get it.
I would go home and be clean for a little bit, but then I would want to pop out. I would want to be seen. I want to go get a haircut, feel good, go to the club, do this, do that. Because my lifestyle didn't change. I was clean off drugs and alcohol, but I had the same friends. I went to the same places and I did the same things.
You mean the triggers? The triggers.
Yeah. The three main ones.
Yeah.
So until I caught that last case, that was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Was that your gift of desperation, that last case? Or like what was that final moment where you were just kind of like, this is it, I'm done?
I was out in Stowe at the time, allegedly.
There it is.
I was in Stowe and I was on the run at the time. I had 4 warrants and I was homeless. I had no money, no phone, no car, license, nothing. I was running up a tab at the bar, drinking like crazy, eating food, having a conversation like I can pay for this meal.
Yeah. I like that explanation.
Well, listen, everything plays into it, okay? When, with the organized crime and everything that I was involved in, everything was a con. Everything was how you spoke to somebody. Everything was your body language and hand gestures and the speed of everything. And what I could do like this to throw somebody's mind off so that I can do this at the same time and they don't know.
Yeah.
So it was all like, catch me if you can.
Yeah.
Master
manipulator.
Yeah. So, but all that really took place when I started doing that. That was a monster. But the time that changed, so I ran up this tab, I'm eating food, and I was so depressed and so suicidal because I knew at that point my dad blocked me on his phone, all 4 of my younger siblings, and my mom. Like I was cut off.
Wow.
And my dad is my dad's one of my best friends today.
I love that.
So, I mean, for that to happen, things were pretty serious. So he didn't feel safe having me come to the house anymore. And who would? I was a really, really horrible person at the time. So I have nowhere else to go. And I had been calling treatment centers, been calling. And they would say, hey, we're on the way to come get you.
Yep.
And then I would get a little bit more money. And then I would find a bag. Then I could get a room at the Red Roof. I stayed at the Red Roof on Arlington Road for a year. I wouldn't go there for a night.
Yeah.
Well, it's not open now, but I wouldn't stay at a Red Roof for a night anymore. And I lived there.
Oh my God, dude.
Every day. I would start the day with no money, and I had to be out by 11. So I would use like from 7 to 11 to go figure out how I'm going to get money to get another night.
Yeah.
They even put my stuff in the lobby because they didn't think I was going to have it.
Yeah.
So I would go get the money somehow, some way, and pay for another day. But I did that, and then I would get high, and I would have money to eat. I would have money to go to the club and drink, everything every day.
Yep.
So I would call though and be like, "Hey, can you guys come pick me up? I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go."
Yeah.
And this was on that 19th time, and I would call them back and tell them, "Hey, I'm good. Hey, I'm good." They would be on the way driving.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm good. And I wasn't. So I called my Buppa, who is my mom's dad.
I love that.
And I said, I'm about to step out into traffic right now. I said, my parents won't answer me. They blocked me. My siblings won't. And I have nobody else to call right now. And he was like, I'll put you up in a room if you want me to. The only reason I didn't, truthfully, because I knew I had no money for alcohol or drugs. That's the only reason. Yeah. I needed a place to stay for a night, but I would not do it because I couldn't get high and I couldn't drink. So kept drinking at the bar, didn't step out into traffic, went back in, started drinking. And the lady comes up to me. She goes, "Hey, I know you can't pay for this." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "I heard your conversation outside." Whoa. She's like, "I know you're struggling. I know you can't pay for this." She's like, "We already covered it. It's okay." Whoa. Wow. She's like, "But I think you need to go get help." Mm-hmm. She's like, "Have you ever called a place? Have you ever?" And I'm like, "This is a God shot." Mm-hmm. So I called that treatment center back, and I sat there, and she kept serving me alcohol until the car got there. Wow. That's dude. That's
crazy.
tough.
Like,
And the thing is like, obviously that was probably not, but she's like, whatever you want to eat or drink. And she was bringing me food and alcohol at the same time. Yeah. And I don't know if that was the right or wrong thing for her to do, but so you would think that was the final moment. Right. That was the moment. And I'm like, okay, I got to give it up. So the treatment facility comes and picks me up, takes me down to it was called Vertava Health. Okay. Or the Bluffs in Southern Ohio. It was beautiful. It's still open. It's like an old golf resort. Nice. I love that. Oh my gosh, it was insane. I'm like, there's no way I should be in rehab here right now. Right. Like there's a lake outside. Right on the water. It was crazy. The amenities. I had a California king size bed. I slapped 3 twin size mattresses together. What? And I had the whole room to myself. It was crazy, but I definitely from living at the hotels for so long, it worked out perfect for me. I was right at home. Yeah. So I got there and they're like, "Okay, we need to do your blood work and everything and figure out where you're at." I'm like, absolutely not. I didn't trust anybody. Oh my God, dude. I was affiliated, so you can't trust anybody. Yeah. I trusted who I ran with, and that was it. I had been in too many gunfights, too many wrecks, been robbed people, done absolutely all of it. So trusting people was not my MO. And so I leave all my stuff there. My whole life was in one duffel bag. Had my high school yearbook, my diploma, birth certificate, socials, all that stuff, some clothes, a lot of alleged funny money.
Yep.
That's all the more I'm going to talk about it.
Allegedly.
Listen, I paid my time.
That's right.
I did my time and paid my dues. I'm good.
Don't demons go. That's right.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit. But I left all my stuff there, and I was walking down the road. The closest thing was 3 miles. So I called my dad, and I'm like, I had to leave. I couldn't do it. They wanted to do blood work, and I think something shifty about the place. They're really just trying to save my life. Still in that what's it called? Psychosis.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm not coming to pick you up, but if you leave, change your last name.
That's right.
Wow.
The enabling stops.
He said, change your last name because
Wow.
you're not my son anymore.
Wow.
Cut off.
And at the time, I'm like, how could he say that to me? But now I have this whole different perspective, and that's how I knew that that was the moment, because I don't have any children, but I cannot imagine having my firstborn son. I'm the oldest of 5. My firstborn son, and telling him that he's not my son anymore.
Yeah.
Don't ever come home again.
Wow.
He said, if you want to make me proud, go back and finish treatment all the way this time.
Nope.
Do it all and do not look back. So at that moment, my hands were shaking. The withdrawal from alcohol,
Oh, yeah.
it was insane. Every morning I would wake up and my hands would shake. I would down a 5th of Hennessy at a time. And it was crazy.
Yeah.
I have a video of it. I listen, Snapchat was around at that time. So, and I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I've got the face too.
But I have those things, and I've posted it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I've posted transformation. Now I'm on the worship team at my church.
Yeah.
So I go from downing a 5th of Hennessy and doing drugs all day and, to that. So that's why I have that stuff. I look back at it sometimes and I don't get like, oh my gosh, I want to go do that again. It's sad that I felt like I needed that.
Yeah.
Good reminder of where you don't want to be again.
Yeah. And it's kind of a sign too, like, look how far I've came. So, oh, made the video.
That's right. I'm telling you, Rex is going to be famous.
Yeah.
My dog is going to be, so is Rex.
You're gonna be so famous.
That catches people's eye.
Yeah. Love that.
Love that. So where was I at? Well, okay. So I had that conversation with my dad. Withdrawal was kicking in. I had no money again.
Yeah.
Still. They had confiscated everything I tried to use on cigarettes when I got there. I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
They, yeah, it was a whole thing. Not going to get into it. Allegedly.
Yep.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. We get it.
Love that word. So I walked to a bowling alley, and there was a gas station right beside it. So I walked into the gas station first, and I asked this guy, I'm like, hey, do you have a couple bucks? I'm trying to get something to drink and whatever. He hands me a 10. So I got 2 things of Captain Morgan.
Yep.
And I chugged them both. And so then my phone died. So I knew that when I say I walked 3 miles, I haven't done that since. I mean, maybe it worked, but the only cardio I have is run for my life. That's the only cardio I got left. And it's like, it's good for 50 yards.
Yep.
51, I'm dead.
That's right. Yep. I
So,
love that.
so I go into this bowling alley and try to charge my phone. Did find a charger. They let me charge my phone for a minute. And that same guy was in the bowling alley with his family, hanging out with his kids and all this stuff. And I see how everything happened now. And it was legitimately like God showing me
Oh, yeah.
these things. So I see this dad. I just got off the phone with my dad. And he's bowling with his kids. This guy asks me to come over and bowl with his family.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
And I don't know why. I feel like God sends angels. And I really do believe that, it's crazy. The last 2 good people I've talked about that have helped me were buying me alcohol, but that's not the point of this. It's not the point of this, but So he has me come over and bowl, and he's just talking to me about work and his family. And my dad's been an iron worker for 30-something years now. We work together today.
Yeah.
And so he just tells me, he's like, whatever you got going on, get it figured out.
Yeah.
Because people need you.
Ooh. Oh, that part.
Doesn't even know me at all.
Yeah.
And mind you, I walked 3 miles in I gotta think of what this is called now. Okay, it's like a suit jacket, right?
Okay.
It's like a suit jacket, but it goes down to your knee, like almost like a peacoat.
Okay.
Like a very like smooth peacoat.
It's like a trench coat.
No, it was like velvet.
Ooh,
listen,
okay.
I was living a way different way. Listen, so it was like a velvet peacoat, and I had penny loafers on.
Is that a pimp jacket?
That's what I was.
Yeah, we'll call it something. Yeah.
Pimp jacket.
Listen, it was wearing me. Okay,
Yeah,
without
there
a
we
doubt.
That's right.
So, but yeah. So, long story short, I mean, think about it now. That dude had to be crazy to invite this guy that looks like I did, strung out. I was up for 13 days before I went there. I was so high I couldn't get drunk anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so in that moment, I'm like, okay, I need to do something. So I walked 3 miles back to this place, back in the front doors. If I return within 24 hours, it doesn't, it's not an AMA.
Right.
So they let me back in, and they were like, let's run your blood work. Let's get this stuff taken care of. So gave them all my stuff back. It was a crazy thing because I was kind of there and coherent, kind of not there and coherent. Hey, I don't know what you're looking for, but you need to knock it off.
That's right. Dog's back.
Can the camera see that?
Happy snout. Happy snout.
Get out of here.
Don't worry.
Talking to the dogger. I love that. We are not. That's it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
This is true unfiltered. I did this the other night, in episode 7, I think it was. We were talking about, like, I don't run. Can't you tell? And I'm like, looking down. And on the camera, it was like, oh, yeah, that didn't go very well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so
Okay.
real quick before you do go on.
Yeah.
So what I heard, like what you just talked about, step 1, step 2, and step 3 at the bowling alley. Which is, and hear me out, okay? So the step 1 was I'm out here walking 3 miles. Yeah, why? Why am I doing this? My life is unmanageable. Step 2, you're at the bowling alley, and a dad, right after you get off the phone with your dad, says, "Come here and play bowling with us. Power greater than ourselves, and could restore us to sanity." But sometimes that sanity looks like, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's just weird.
Yeah.
But then we forget that we were just using drugs, an
Yeah.
hour before or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then step 3, given the power that you had found in that connection, you hauled your ass back to the treatment center.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
These steps are living. They're not just words.
Yeah.
They are living, breathing
It is
steps.
not just a workbook. Like,
Yeah.
No, there's so much depth to addiction and recovery. There's so much depth to it, but also if you boil it all down to one word, if you boil it all down to one word, it's pain.
Yeah.
That is the truth of all of my addiction. It came from pain.
Oh, yeah.
And, but before I say anything about that, so I got back to the treatment center. They wanted to do blood work. Oh yeah, that's where we were.
That's right.
Before the dog invaded the camera.
Yeah, that's right.
So they did the blood work, and a lady comes back in a room and she goes, "Your blood work came back and it looks like you've never done a drug or took a drink in your life."
What?
And I had been drinking since I was like 13, like weekends and stuff. But for the last 4 years, a fifth a day and at least a 24 pack and some shots at the bar.
Yeah.
Every single day. And more drugs than I can even talk about. So then there's another point of realization. Like, okay, I'm getting like a whole honest shot at redoing my life.
Yeah.
You know? So
Well,
at that point, so shortly after, I stayed there for like a couple weeks, and my dad calls me. I don't know if it was my dad or my mom, but they said that Homeland Security showed up at my parents' house.
Oh.
Looking for me.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a very, and then there was a news story that came out about me. They didn't name me, but a news story came out about me. And excuse me. So that kind of put me into a place of like, I was very paranoid, like they were coming to get me from treatment.
Yep.
Because it was Homeland Security and a detective from our hometown that knew us.
Wow.
Came to my parents' house. My sister opened the door. They came in suits, unmarked car, whole nine, just like a movie. And but they told them that I was in treatment getting help. And they said, as long as he stays there, he's cool.
Oh my God.
But if not, we have a whole case built around him right now.
Wow.
And we're coming to get him.
Wow.
Yeah. So it sat me down big time. So after I found out about that, how exactly I got brought into. Okay, so at this time, throughout that treatment, I'm going to court dates over Zoom because COVID was it was like the ass end of COVID.
Yeah.
So everything was over Zoom. And so I think the last thing that they talked to me about was they were going to they wanted to put all of my cases together, but I had to go turn myself in on one other warrant. So I thought it was crazy. I even told everybody at the rehab I thought I was so cool because I was this gangster with these face tattoos, and I had all this funny money and all these, all this stuff. And so I'm telling everybody I'm going down, like I'm about to go do some time, like thinking it's cool, and it wasn't cool. I thought I was, truthfully, in my mind, I thought I was going to book and release, go in, do the whole thing, get booked, sit in the holding cell, and then they're going to let me go. Wrong.
Yeah.
I got there and they're like, hey, we know you're taking care of this, but you have another warrant also. And it was a counterfeiting conspiracy case. Yeah. And I had already had pending forgery charges as well with bad checks. So at this point, and I'm in the jail. I'm at Summit County Jail right now. That's where they took me to. And they said, did you take care of this other warrant? I was like, yeah, all of them should be taken care of because I genuinely thought they told me I only had one.
Right.
But I didn't. It was a secret indictment. So it was just like in the air. And so they told me, do you want to take your stuff back outside? Because you're going to have to do this. And everything in me said, just tell this dude they didn't want to do it today and leave. And I handed that guy my stuff. And I was like, I might be back.
Right.
But you should probably head home because I'm going to be here for a while.
Yep.
Or back to the treatment center. So I sat in that holding cell for a while. Did everything I needed to. I think it was Stark or Jackson Township. They came and got me, handcuffed me out the thing, and took me to Stark County. And while I was sitting in that cell, and this is the first time I went to jail clean and sober, like no substances in me. It was way worse than I remembered. Way worse because I was never under the influence, or I was always under the influence, the other times. So, but I remember sitting in that jail, and as hardcore as I was gangbanging like for real.
Yeah.
And you would think like this tough exterior, this gangster Versace that I got, but when that cell door shuts, it's different. It's very quiet.
Yeah.
So I called my dad. I'm like, hey, can you check my bond and see what it is? They have me over here at this other one. And he's like, why are you there? And I was telling him about it. And he's like, there's no bond. He's like, you just got to see what they do. They could do anything. They got me. And I'm thinking federal indictment. Oh, yeah. These are big time charges. This is not a joke. And so I sat in that holding cell for 17 hours straight. Didn't eat the food that they brought me because I was too nauseous.
Yeah.
I slept under, and anybody that's been to Stark County Jail knows this. It sucks. So I laid on the 10-foot long by 3-foot wide concrete slab under the AC unit.
Wow.
Tucked into my county jail suit because I was so cold.
Yep.
I had it buttoned all the way up around my face. I had toilet paper wrapped around my legs.
Yeah.
It was no joke. So somebody comes in at like 3 a.m. Boom, boom, boom. They're like, Carneal, get up. You're bonding out. And I'm like, what? I'm like, there's no way there's no way that this is happening right now. One, if that is the charge that I got, nobody I know is going to put money up for that. Because my dad was done with me.
Yeah.
Maybe the first time around, but not this time. So they're like, you're getting a signature bond.
My God.
So you can just sign yourself out. And I'm like, I looked at the lady. I'm like, are you sure? And she goes, do you want me to go check again? And I was like, absolutely not. Let's keep this moving. I'm ready to go.
Yep.
And so it was like 3:30, 4 o'clock at this time. I called my dad and I'm like, listen, I got $40 in my pocket.
Yep.
I need you to come and pick me up and take me back to treatment. Because everything in me right now wants to walk down to that BP down the road.
Oh, yeah.
And get a bottle. And just do what I know will work right now. I said, but I don't want to lose this clean time.
Yeah.
For the very first time I did it.
That's right.
So my dad happened to be at work at 7 up in Cleveland, drives to Stark County Jail, picks me up, drives me an hour and a half down to New Philly, and then drives back to work after that, but took me back to treatment.
Commitment.
100%. I said, Dad, I'm not turning back if you come and get me.
Yeah.
And I think he really, he really knew that I was being serious. I believe. And so I went back down, and the next morning, I'm sitting there back in the there's like a day room, but you can watch TV in there in the morning. You can get coffee. You're looking out on the lake. You got a TV right here, pool table behind you, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I just went through absolute hell again. I was like, and that's the last time. So I know you asked me what was the point. Every bit of that is the point.
Oh, yeah.
That I said, I cannot do this anymore. And I always tell people, whenever I share, whenever I give advice, I went to rehab and detox, or detox and rehab, all that stuff. I went there to avoid going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only reason I went. At this point, I knew that it was going to be serious time. I didn't want to go. So I always tell people, I found recovery on accident, but I kept it on purpose.
Hell yeah.
I love that.
So, that's where I went to my first NA meeting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, like there's some gangsters out here. Truthfully, that's all I knew. That's all I hung around with for years.
Yeah.
And I just felt at home talking about our lives and our mistakes. And they seem to be similar. Not every situation was, but it's the similarities rather than the differences.
That's right.
And we were all looking to live a better way. So
New way.
There it is. So that, that was the point that things really, and I had probably about 3 months cleaned at the time. And, but after that, I realized I could potentially go to the halfway house.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to go there either. So after I finished treatment, I told them, I said, I will stay. They were like, how long do you want to stay? What treatment are you looking for? And I looked at them, I said, I will stay as long as you will keep me.
Yeah.
I do not want to leave.
Right.
And I had phone calls every so often, but I got back in the gym. I was reading. I was praying. I was posturing myself correctly. And I didn't know it at the time, but then the one part, that a huge part of it was the counselor had me ask my whole family to write a letter of what my addiction did to them, right?
Yes.
And then I had to read it in front of 20 people I didn't know.
Yep. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. That's old school counseling
I
tactic.
cried like a baby.
That's right.
I cried like a baby.
Yeah.
I'm telling them these war stories. I'm like, these guns and this and that. I was stealing this car and doing it. And they're like, you're crying like a baby.
That's
I go, what?
I love that.
But at the center of everything was pain.
Mhm.
I had a broken heart. So that hard exterior was only for survival.
Mhm.
It was the only way I could keep people from talking to me about the pain I was going through. So
That's funny. My counselor in treatment, I went to Matt Talbot in Parma.
yeah,
She asked me to write letters to my mom and my dad because I was going to be missing Christmas, which is like a huge thing in my family.
yeah,
Plus, it's around my birthday.
yeah,
So I wrote letters. I literally got 3 lines in to my dad, and I was just
yeah,
in tears.
yeah.
Like ridiculously. And then I ended up writing it to my entire immediate family that all saw me in my active addiction and just basically did steps 4 through 9.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, like it's a powerful thing what that can do.
yeah. I mean, it's just like things you already know, but when drugs are in the equation, none of that matters. You know, family's huge for me.
Mhm.
Just
Same.
like you were saying.
Mhm.
Like, you know, I grew up going to church. I had 4 younger siblings. I mean, I still have 4 younger siblings, but 3 sisters and a brother. And I had great childhood, great everything. But I don't know. My dad always tells me, don't say I don't know, because you do know. You just don't want to say or do it.
Dude, are you from my family?
No, I'm being dead serious. I mean, he tells me that all the time. I'm talking to him about a hard situation. I'm like, I don't know, man. And he's like, stop. I'm like, what? He's like, stop saying I don't know. You do. Just do it.
Yep.
So I for a long time, like, I saw my cousins in successful relationships, my siblings in successful relationships. And I kept trying to fit this mold of what I thought my life should look like.
Yep.
You know, I got engaged when I was, I think, 21, maybe. Thought I had some stuff figured out, a lot of money in the bank. I was working. I was a foreman at the time, still drinking, also doing steroids.
Yeah.
Part of the buildup, because I used to compete in bodybuilding professionally and powerlifting. So the steroids, the alcohol made me into a cocky person.
Yeah.
I felt invincible. So as I'm building this life up and I get engaged, yada, yada, I meet cocaine. So any dreams I had or anything at the time I thought my life was supposed to look like, gone.
Yeah.
I didn't even care about it anymore. I was like, just get out of my way so I can do drugs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I can relate.
And, you know, I tried to do it and hide it and do it and hide it and do it and hide it. And my family started to realize things were going on. And, you know, they saw a lot more than I thought they saw. You always think you don't look messed up when you're high.
Yeah.
Like, nobody even knows right now. And you're in the corner like this. You know what I mean? Yeah, just
Yeah.
chilling.
Well, it's funny. You'll see pictures up there of me in my active addiction, but I was like, I look good.
Yeah.
I really didn't.
There's one at my, I think it was like a senior night or something. It was like a senior night for my little sister. And I had like a tailored suit, but I took the suit jacket off because it was hot. And, excuse me, I was 125 pounds.
Mhm.
My face was all sucked in. I had no beard, gang tattoos along my jawline. That's why I started the beard.
Mhm.
After 5 years of pushing for it, it's successfully grown in.
That's
So
right.
they're all covered up. But yeah, I thought I looked good at the time when I looked back.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
It's insane.
Where does well, first, before I ask that question, I gotta say, I swear you and I have the same dad.
Okay. I'm going to talk to him.
Yeah, I'll call him because he's probably on my phone.
And you and I live the same life with the good life and whatnot and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
For real. When I was in jail, because you brought up the I don't know thing, my dad told me, stop saying I know, because you don't know. You
Yeah.
have no idea. And when
Yeah.
you start understanding, then tell me that you understand.
Yeah.
Until then, shut up,
Yep.
because you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
And then, I can relate to the parents cutting me off.
Yeah.
And my dad, it's in my book, and it said, like, I called my dad, I'm bitching and moaning, and my dad says, "You're hurting your mom. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Stop calling me."
Yeah.
And I remember like saying, "Well, how the blankety blank am I supposed to do that from jail, Dad?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Figure it out. Stop calling me."
Yep.
And I can relate to that. What I wanted to ask, you're not just Hunter Carneal, person in recovery. You're also Hunter Carneal, musician.
Yes.
So, at what point did that become? What drove you? What was the calling that said it's time to get into my music?
Well, I've always sang. When I was younger, I've sang at some weddings or some anniversary parties, little stuff, but I was in choir growing up. My uncle is, well, he's not now, but he was Frankie Valli on Broadway in the Four
What?
Seasons. Yeah.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So there's always been a musical influence in my life, but actually through active addiction. So, and I have a hard time talking about him sometimes. I have a Uncle TJ and my Uncle Perry, and he is so musically gifted. It's unreal. And putting together projects and songs. His voice is insane. And it's taken me years to work my voice up to what it is. I don't know, he just had it. But he can't quit doing drugs.
Yeah.
And so when he came back up from Atlanta years ago, probably 7-8 years ago, I had him come over a couple times. We were hanging out. Then we started using together.
Yeah.
And in that time, we started getting into music and like singing and doing songs and this and that. Never went anywhere because of drugs. And then I met my buddy Bino, and randomly he asked me, he's like, "Do you want to come do this music video with me?" And I was going through a hard time. So I'm like, "Yeah, I'll pop out and kick it for a little bit." Yeah, music video went great. So then I think it was like one more thing. I went to help him with something else, but then he's like, "Why don't we write a song?" And we wrote this song called "Changed Up."
Mm-hmm.
And so that was where 2Fluent started. And so, but I don't even know. I don't know how it came about. It was just so organic. And then the next song, we had an idea, and then we wanted to write another song, and then another song. And we got 30 projects right now, but every single song has been a part of my healing process.
Oh, wow.
There's a specific story or a specific situation behind every single song in my life and the ones that we have together in his life.
Yeah.
And the characteristics of the stories run parallel.
I love that.
So
That's awesome.
then but it really kind of started when I got onto the worship team. Before I had met Bino, I started singing at River Tree in Jackson.
Wow. Okay.
And I absolutely loved it. So, but as we started doing music, there was some things happening with the uppers of the church, let's say. So I kind of faded away from that, because then I'm like, what am I doing? Because I'm not sitting in service anymore. I'm only showing up for worship, and we're not really even like going out to the service anymore. We're just hanging out. Like, the message was getting blurred. Then the pastors having the problems that they did, I didn't want to be around it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So I started going to Compass North, went there for a little while, but now I'm back on the worship team at New Point in Canton. And I love it. That place is home. But God just keeps opening doors and opening doors and opening doors. And people tell me, you help me heal. Like, so when I was in Summit County Jail that last time, before I went to Stark County, I left out a vital part. I went in there and I was praying, God, what do I do? Get me through this. Not get me out of this. Get me through it. I've got to face it. I was actually in treatment out in Philly at Banyan, I believe it's called. And Mike the Situation was doing a Zoom meeting. I swear to you. He was doing a Zoom meeting with the whole treatment facility. I'm dead serious.
Get out of here.
He's talking about all the things he's doing, and I guess he had to go like face, his charges that he had, whatever. So they're like, does anybody have any questions for me? Dude's on TV. I'm not saying nothing. I'm like, yo, I got some questions. And he's like, okay, shoot. And long story short, he told me, you got to face the music. Yeah. That's it. You got to face the music. So when I was in Summit County Jail, I'm like, God, get me through this. And as soon as I was done praying that prayer, God was like, do you hear me now? I heard an actual voice. I felt the Holy Spirit. He's like, do you hear me now? After all these things I've been trying to show you, do you hear me now? But right before that, I prayed. I said, God, get me through this, and I will bring as many people to you as I can. Yeah. I will tell them about what I did. I will tell them about how I got through it. So I believed at that time my mission was to inspire other people, to bring people into living a better way. I went to hell. I saw things I pray none of the people I love have to ever see. Yeah. But I went there, and God brought me through that and came back so that I could tell people, hey, don't go that road. Or if people do go that road, I'm not shook up to walk back into hell and get them out.
That's right.
It does not bother me because I know there's a calling on my life. I really do believe that. So, but through every song we've wrote and that I've wrote, I've been able to heal a little bit more and heal a little bit more and heal a little bit more to the point now, I put out this song called Summertime Drive.
I just listened to it.
And yeah, so good, bad, good?
It's good, dude.
Okay.
It's definitely good.
Okay. So what, did you listen to it yet?
I have not.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, that's
all right. I'm sorry.
Unbelievable. You better be. Well, you kind of did. I just showed you that video. So you kind of listened to it a little bit. You were vibing.
I was going to ask you if that was yours or not.
Yeah, it just came out on Friday.
Okay.
But now it's to a point where I have made music to help people and I've healed from things. So now I'm able to explore.
Yeah.
And if I want to make a song about this or if we want to write about this, I do want to touch on one thing. As far as the music has gone, I entered into it as an R&B and hip hop duo.
Yeah.
My friend that I do music with, he has struggles of his own. He has his demons that he fights. And while he is fighting those, you talked about the first thing out of your mouth you said about my dad. He's done enabling you. He's not enabling you anymore. You go figure it out. My friend and I had that conversation.
Yeah.
And it was a hard one.
Oh, yeah.
So I stepped back. I kept building the brand, kept writing music, kept doing things, promoting, booking gigs, doing this, doing that. And now he's doing better. Now he's got some clean time under his belt. Now he's spending time with his daughter. And these are things that I don't care to say to anybody. He is my brother. I don't like what he did. But how can I point fingers after God lifted 13 felonies off my life?
Period.
The world tried to define me as a criminal and lock me up. But God said, I have another plan for you. I need you out here. So, Soberfest is September 6th.
That's right.
Huge show. We popped out for 2 songs on Matt Keegan's set last year. But this year, we're one of the 3 headliners.
That's brilliant.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats,
so it's going to be
man.
sweet. So Bino and I actually had a conversation today. This is this fresh. and talked about it. And we're going to proceed with the show, but things are going to be stress-free and they're going to change. But that was the end of the conversation. The beginning of it was, how's your clean time?
Yeah.
How's your home life? How's work going? How's your financial situation? How are you spiritually?
Yeah.
Those things. The music doesn't come without that.
Period.
And you can not saying that it's not yours, but you work this hard, you make 1,000 good decisions, one bad one, make a lie or tell a lie, make a mistake. You start to go back every single time. So you getting back with those 1,000 decisions or those 1,000 good decisions, you're never going to get back to where you were if you keep going down and down and down and down. If I have one drink right now, all this is gone. Those things happen, but I know where that one drink is about to take me. Right back into a bag, right back into the streets, right back into the gang life.
It's all those little things you gotta.
It's all the little things.
Yeah.
Every single win. My dad told me a long time ago, he's like, you don't got to have a ton of big wins.
Right.
Little wins, little wins, little wins. Sometimes slow motion is better than no motion.
That's right.
You know? So, but him and I had a talk and we're working through things. And, you know, the song that we are about to write, it's me and him arguing with each other for real.
Really?
We haven't even wrote it yet, but we have the hook.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it,
That's gonna be cool.
let me see. I might actually, have this saved on my phone. The song's called "Wanted to Be Dead." It's not like it's not a normal song that yep, it's right here. Maybe tease it.
Yeah.
It's very deep, but I'm not going to let you guys hear the whole thing. You know I told you once, everybody told you twice, don't doubt that you would have heard. Yo, that really ain't the way for you. God's got another plan. Yeah, I know I'm part of you. Sometimes I don't want to see you dead. I just don't want to see you dead.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
You know what I mean?
I like
That's
that.
legitimately about what's going on right now.
Yeah.
So, you know, the best thing my dad ever gave me in my life was tough love.
Mhm.
It shapes you, it molds you, and it builds character.
Mhm.
It's better to be a good man and be able to be dangerous or be able to be assertive or aggressive and choose not to be than to not to be able to be those things at all.
Absolutely.
So, you know, and you know, some people may agree with that, some people may not. But in my life, like at some point, you've got to face the music. You've got to man up. And the steps are there for a reason. They put detox in front of residential because it's what you need.
Yeah.
They put PHP after residential because it's what you need. They put IOP after PHP because it's what you need.
Mhm.
Right? And then steps 1 to 12, the exact same thing.
Yep.
It's like that for a reason. I've gone through my steps in NA 4 times.
Yeah.
The hardest ones were the 3rd and 4th.
Yeah.
Because at that point I should know better.
Yeah. Right.
These first 2 were to clear the debris, make my apologies, get my life back. Well, guess what? My mind's still my mind. So I'm still making mistakes and I've still got to assess myself.
I'm actually on my 3rd round right now. So
Yeah, see, so you know what I'm talking
I
about.
do.
But I wasn't a lobby level addict.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was in the penthouse. There's so many levels. I guess it's like an upside down penthouse though, because I was like burying my life, right? I really thought I was going. I thought I was, but you guys get it.
Yeah.
But there's so many different levels to it. You know, this came from that heartbreak, that pain, this person, you know, my family going away, not wanting to be around me ruining my life, ruining my name, like all these things. You got to unpack. You have to unpack all the baggage and everything from the past. And if you don't, you will keep getting high.
Yep.
Because I did.
Yep.
Okay. And if any addict is like another addict, You go through the steps to clear the debris.
Yep.
You can't walk a new road if you got debris in the way.
Yeah.
So
just making it harder for
You'll
yourself.
just keep tripping. Oh,
you'll
did
just
I
keep
drop
tripping.
some bars?
That was low key a bar. Low key, high key. That was a bar.
Copyright.
Maybe not. I might steal it.
Whatever, go for it.
We'll get some royalties going. It's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
cool.
That's right.
But yeah, so I had to go through, everybody's like, oh, the NA book is so long. There's so many questions. Well,
What?
I'll tell you about my addiction for 3 weeks straight. And so my sponsor, he's very old school, old head from Chicago. That was that second place I went to. I kind of skipped over that because we were talking about a bunch of stuff, but they said I could go to a PHP in Chicago.
Yeah.
So I went there.
Oh yeah, dude.
They kept me there for 8 months, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
The first day I got there, my roommate, not going to say his name, offered me 6 lines of cocaine. As I walked into my room.
Yeah.
And, but for the first time, I told him, I was like, you're good, bro.
Yeah.
You do it. I wasn't even drug tested at this time.
Yeah.
If I would have had stuff in my system, they would have sent me right back. And at this point, the court systems, Summit County said, if I leave, I'm facing all that time.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
But that's a pretty cool moment too, though, of, all the stuff that I went through was going to that place, all the people that I met, my sponsor. And he asked me all those hard questions that I didn't want to talk about. And,
Yeah.
I answered them. I called all the people, made apologies. And, they say like make those amends unless they'll cause harm to yourself or others. I cut myself out of that equation. So even if it would maybe cause me a little bit of pain, I still made them because I knew it wasn't going to hurt them, but I had to get it off my chest.
Yeah.
And, so did all those things, but I went through all my pre-trial and everything with Judge McCarthy. It's McCarthy or McCarty, one of the two. But they said that I was looking at 8 years. 3 out of the 4 parties requested prison time. And I have the text, a screenshot of the text on my phone. His name was and I fought that case with a public defender.
Wow.
I didn't care what happened.
Yeah.
I had to mentally in my mind get ready to do 8 years.
Yeah.
Because that was the only thing that I could see. That's the only thing anybody would talk about. He sent me a text the night before sentencing. I said, hey, are we going to fight this tomorrow? And he said, yeah, but we got about a 1% chance. My own, like the guy who's representing me and talking to the courts and everything. And so I went to sentencing. I prayed. I said, God, if we got to do this time, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. I'm never going back to that life.
Personal accountability.
So, but the next day in the courtroom, something was like off. And I was looking on Zoom and the judge had kind of like this glow around her. And I'm like, am I high? I'm like, why am I seeing this like this?
Right.
So
Funny.
we go through it all. And she said she read the victim statements and this and that. And she said 3 out of the 4 parties requested prison. And she's like, do you have anything at all to say? And I said, the man in this courtroom is representing someone that is not in this courtroom today.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I'm going to represent him because it's what I did, but I'm a different man today. And I hope the court takes that into account. And she said, we've locked you up multiple times, but I don't think that prison is the best option for you.
Yeah.
She said, instead of the 8 years in the federal penitentiary, we're going to give you Turning Point. Track 1. So all my felonies go away.
With Judge Joy. She's going to be on here.
I was just going to say that's,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
She is godsend.
Yeah. That whole program is set up to help people. But I went through it with not one missed appointment, phone call, sanction, anything. I did it all, everything that they wanted, every class, everything. And even my arrest records are gone. Everything.
Wow.
Gone. So I'm not a felon today. I look like a really cool one, but I'm not a felon today.
Not a felon.
I'm not. I can own a firearm today. I do.
Yeah.
And I can carry, you know. I don't have to worry about having that on me. You know, the world tried to define me as something, but God, I quit worrying about what people think about me, and I remember what God knows about me. You know, it's totally different. So
Love that.
you asked me earlier on, who is Hunter Carneal today? You know, I'm just grateful.
Yeah.
That's the end of it all. You know, we could talk, we could run this for 2 weeks.
That's right.
But I'm just grateful. You know, I'm grateful to be able to do stuff like this, you know, to encourage people. Like, I was the last one in my city that anybody thought was going to get clean.
Yeah.
Ever. And, but I did. And if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Anybody can.
You just got to let go, and that's it.
Yeah.
And everything will fall into place. It's going to suck. Say that. It's going to suck.
It's going to suck.
But ruining your life also sucked for everybody that loves you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know? So it's got to suck. It's going to suck for a little bit, but you just got to get through it.
That's right. That's I think that's a message for our listeners.
Oh yeah.
It makes sense.
100%.
It's I can relate to a lot of what you just said. I swear, like I said, your dad is my dad. He's my dad. He's not your dad.
Oh my god.
But I can relate, and that goes back to the the similarities, not our differences. You know,
Yeah.
we all have the way that I put it in my book is we are all different musical compositions, and we all have different notes, but ultimately it's still music at the end of the day. So we all come together and we're still making some sort of sound through the unity of what we're doing together.
Yeah.
It makes sense. So wow, dude.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
was unbelievable. You are such an inspiration, man. Like, you really are. And I don't mean to put you up on a pedestal, but
I appreciate it. No, listen, I'm only 5'7". It feels great up here.
Hey, I'm only 5'6". I get it, man.
Hey, listen, I'm actually 5'6". But my license says 5'7".
Mine does too, because I hit it once. Just once.
My license says I'm 145 pounds. But
Okay.
I'm gonna need some out.
Okay.
But no, like it's kind of the same thing. And the one thing that I kind of I share about a lot when I'm in meetings too is, the one thing, because when I first go into the rooms, the first thing I was doing was trying to find all of the differences. You know? So that way I could be like, well, I didn't do that, so I'm better than that, or I'm not like that, so I don't need to be here.
Yeah.
But then come to find out, after working the steps and then coming back to the room, well, didn't stop going to the room, still went. But anyway, going to the rooms with a different outlook on life.
Yeah.
And realizing that all the feelings, no matter what your story was, yours, Will's, mine, completely different stories, still the same feelings.
Oh yeah.
All throughout.
Yep.
All the pain, all the agony, all the hurt, all the sadness, all the joy.
Yeah.
Because there was some.
Yeah.
But all of that, it was all the same feelings.
Yeah.
And that's how I was just like, man, we are all not that different.
Yep.
No.
Just different stories. Just basically like what Will said, kind of what you said too, same thing. That's how we're all alike.
We're just one giant cookie. There it is. We are with a warm center. That's a true statement, though.
No, I agree with that 100%. Everybody has different stories throughout, but at the end of it, just striving to be who you are supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's it. And I mean, everybody is deserving of that.
Yes.
As long as I remember, I used to say I would always put substances in me, but it would take the true substance out of me.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened? My sponsor said something like that. You go, drugs go in, lies come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I love that. Hunter, it has been an absolute pleasure to have you on.
Yeah, it has.
Stick around. We do have some announcements here for our listeners. So you get to hear them too. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So we do have a lot coming up. It's a lot on our plate. I'm trying not to let the plate crack. But
Do it. Pick it up. Do it.
so much. August 14th is the ARC Recovery Fest, and that's at 834 Grant Street. It starts at 5 p.m., goes until 10 p.m., but Colors Across the Sky, I'm going to hopefully point to the right thing. Yep. Colors Across the Sky and Recovery Unfiltered with Nick and Will are going to be there. We are going to go live from the event. We have a special guest for that day. Rachel Osborne is going to join us. So excited about that. She just actually confirmed that today. So
Yes.
I'm really excited about that. August 15th is my book release, Colors Across the Sky, A Journey of Hope. That's the full title. There we go. Colors. My brain was just like, okay.
Is it that?
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah, you did it.
Yep. One for each episode.
You
But
gotta
Colors-
do 2 because last time. There you go.
Yep,
Thank
there
you.
we go. So Colors Across the Sky, A Journey of Hope is my personal memoir, my journey through addiction. But that book release is at the Jaffa House on August 15th from 12 until 2:30. It's also my 2-year clean, if I make it. I will make
What?
it. Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
We did it.
Even birthdays?
Huh?
Even birthdays?
Yeah, jail time counts too. Do you know
What? Weekends?
that? Yeah, evenings, all the things.
Might be onto something.
Saturdays, yeah, any days. And then not too long after that, September 12th, we are going to be at the Blue Water Recovery Outreach Center Recovery Fest. There we go. Oh, I said it right
Did
this
it.
time. Yes, that's right.
Don't ask me to say it.
It's BWROC Recovery Fest. But that is up in Port Huron, Michigan. And again, Colors Across the Sky and Recovery Unfiltered is going to be there, which means Nick and I are going to be going live from that event. And then in October, we've got we're going to be down in Florida at the Beyond Gender Conference, and Nick and I are going to be teaching a class on chemsex recovery, of all things. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah,
And
doing the pinching thing.
oh my God, we can actually teach that now appropriately too.
Yes.
Which, there's that. But we're also that's more so the Recovery Unfiltered podcast that's going to be down in Florida for that. The book might show up. I don't know. Maybe.
Why
I'll
not?
throw some copies in the truck.
Yeah.
Or the plane. Yeah, we're flying down.
Same thing.
Yeah, exactly. And then we do have a few wonderful guests coming up. We have Judge Joy Malik Oldfield, who is the presiding judge over the Summit County Drug Court program.
With a
Turning
really
Point.
cool location.
And we are potentially going to be recording from the courtroom that day.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, yeah. I am so excited. And she just confirmed that this morning as well. So we're definitely
Nice.
excited to have her on. We have Dr. Dallas Bragg coming up, who is a chemsex recovery coach. We've got Christine Russo coming up. Brittany Townsend. She's going to be sharing her personal recovery story in a couple of weeks here, which we're very excited to have her on. She's a peer supporter in 9 different counties
That's right.
in Florida.
Wow.
Tell me how you do that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so definitely dedicated to the recovery aspect, and I love that for her.
Yeah.
So we're excited to have her on. But there's a lot of good stuff, and kind of like that big, giant, beautiful, sweet cookie. We have all these people that come together and create a beautiful recovery community, whether it's Cuyahoga County, Medina County, any of the counties. And we're all like just this intricate part of something so much greater than us.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
we get to
agree.
experience that. So thank you to all the listeners. Nick, you want to give a thank you too?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Without you guys couldn't be here today. So
All right.
thank you very much. And again, thank you.
Yeah. Thank
Hunter.
you guys for having me.
This was awesome.
Man. This has been, I've lost track of the episode numbers. So this has been another episode.
There you
of
go.
Recovery Unfiltered with Nick and Will.
My name's Nick Fantozzi.
And my name is Will Cashman. And this
Hunter Carneal.
Have a great night, everyone.
See you
Put a
guys.
smile on your face. There's Rex somewhere in there.
Oh, hey.
And we're going to see you real soon. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a
See
good
ya.
night.